Okay, so welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do retopo inside of Marble Designer. Before we do that, we're going to do another simulation for this jacket model, and then we'll be using a higher particle distance to get more resolution on this garment. So I'm going to select the entire pattern. Now go to particle distance. Now change this to around 10, and then I'll do a quick simulation on this. So now I'll just hit the space bar on the keyboard to do another simulation on this. So I'll just let this run through. Just do a quick simulation, and then we'll pause this and go to our edit topology mode. Okay, so I'm going to hit spacebar on this, and then we'll go to so we need to expand this some more, so you can see these two options come out here, and then we have our create topology and edit topology. So obviously we're going to start by creating topology. So click on create topology. We would go to, okay, let's start from the color. So let's start from the color. So I'll just do a tap here, a tap all the way here, a tap here, all the way back here, and to the starting point again. Then we'll have something created. We'll have a new polygon created in here. So we can go, then we'll go to our edit topology. Go to edit topology. We go back to create topology. I want to create it an insert line in the center. So you're going to hold Control and Shift and click, click. Let me do one in here also. Click, click, two in here, and click. Okay. You can add as many as we want. So for now, let's leave this as it is. Maybe I would do something in here also, and here also. Okay. Then we'll go to, let's do for the let's do for the sleeves instead. Click, 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 click. Okay. Then we can, let's start, let's go all the way here. Okay. So since this is linked symmetrically, so it should affect the other side also. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, the quad, which is exactly what we need. So hold Control Shift. I'll create another one in here. Hold Control Shift, create another one in here. Then we'll go to Edit Topology. Then we can kind of try to, let me do that. Try to match this in place. Go to create topology, create another one in here, create another one in here, like so. Edit topology. I just need to drag this bottom part, tap on it and then drag it in place. Okay, tap on this on the vertex and drag that in place. Let me undo that. Let me get a closer view on this. The closer view. Moving too much out of place. Don't know why it's doing that. It should be fine. Okay, and then we would go to create topology, hold control, do something here and here and here. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, hold control, let's do one in here, another one in here, another one in here, and here also. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll create topology for, let's start with the smaller, let's do the smaller pieces instead. So I'll click, 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 click here and go back to the center and then click, and then we'll click. Okay, let me click here. Okay, just to click on those points until you have the topology being formed in there. So since this is symmetrical, we should have the other parts at the other side also, which is just fine. That's exactly what we need, because our symmetry and the linking is still on for both shapes. So do the same thing here also. Click, click, oh, undo, click, click, click here, click in here, click in here also, click, click, then we start click and click. Okay, so we have something like this. Okay, we need to add more divisions in here, so hold control shift, hold control shift, hold control shift, hold control shift, hold control shift. Okay, hold control, click on the center here and here. That should be fine. I think we're almost done. Then I'll click in here, I'll click here also, click in here, click here, click here, click here, click here. I'll do a click and click. So let's start by clicking up here and going down to the corresponding line, and then we click up here, click the corresponding line, click in here. So to have something forming here already, and we don't. Let's see what we can do. Click, click, and click, undo that. Click here, click here, click here, click here, click here, click. Okay, we have a shape now. Click in here, click in here, click and click and click. Let me do that again. You won't come out. So we go all the way around this. So I'm just going to, you guys already get the idea now. So I'll just do the same thing for the remaining parts of the shape, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so guys, there seemed I was having some issues trying to do topology for the jacket. Marvelous Designer keeps closing in on me. So instead, I decided to work on the t-shirts instead. So I've done the topology for the t-shirts. I'm going to show you guys how to export this out, and then we'll just use the same idea for our jacket also. So it seems like I need to have just only one file open. So I'm using a much an earlier version of Marvelous Designer, probably why the edit topology is still kind of buggy, so that's why it's closed in on me. I'm guessing in the newer version it should work a whole lot better than this version I have here. So with that out of the way, so I'm going to go to my topology, then we'll right click, then we'll use remesh all duplicates. So once you do that, you should have a completely different model with our topology in there. So if you should go to the transform pattern, now do not deselect, just click and drag this out, hold shift and drag this out. So this will be this is our retopo. So this is our retopo mesh, and this is the original mesh down here. So what we will do is, let me save this first. Let me save this out. So what we'll do is to export these two geometry or mesh separately. So I'm going to select all of this. Let me activate that. Do a quick save. Then we're going to export this as a single mesh. I'm going to export this as a single mesh. So I'm going to go to File, Export, OBJ selected. OBJ selected. I'm going to pick a folder for this. Okay, let me use the same MD. Create a new folder. Name this MD export. So this particular mesh we're exporting now, the original geometry will be our shirt underscore high. This will be like a high poly. So let me just name this high poly. Then in here we're going to leave this as thin unwelded single. It should be on centimeter DR studio, which is fine. Please make sure unified UV coordinate is turned on, and then we'll click OK. So click OK on this, and then we would go to our Retopo mesh. We'll select this Retopo mesh. Go to File, Export, OBJ selected. Obviously, I'm sure you get the idea. We're going to name this low. So this will be low. Then we'll click OK on this. Still using the same settings as before. We would click OK. Okay, so with this out of the way, I'm just going to go back. Alright, better still, let me open a new Maya file. So I'll just show you guys what we have exported. So as you can see guys, we're done with the UVs. Sorry, we're done with the topology for all of this, so we're just going to go to create topology, right click, remesh duplicates, remesh all duplicates. Then we'll give this a moment. Then we'll go to transform pattern and then grab this out of the way like so. So we have our high poly and we have our low poly. So those are our exports again like we did before. Select all of this, export this, export obj selected. Okay, so name this jackets high poly. So it will memorize our previous settings, so we'll just click OK on this. Then we'll select this and do another export. Jackets low poly, low poly. We'll export for this. Save this file again. So we're bringing all this model into Maya now. So bring the model into Maya. So in Maya, so let's start by bringing in let's start with the t-shirts. So go to Marvelous Designer, change the export. So start with the t-shirts, t-shirt high and t-shirt low. So drag this in. So I have these two intercept intensity, which is fine. No worries. So let's just quickly name this shirt low. Shirt underscore low. Okay. So let's bring in our jacket also in here. So now we have our jackets in here. So now we have both our high poly and low poly in here. So in the next lesson, I'm going to be showing you guys how to transfer details from the low poly onto the high poly and then prepare the models or garments for more detailing inside of ZBrush. So I'll see you guys in the next lesson.